There is one thing in life that you can never get back. It is not money. It is not a house. It is not even a job. It is time. Today, I want to share a simple story with you. It is about a father, his son, and an old watch. Stay with me until the end, because this small story may change the way you see your own day. In a small town, between green fields and dusty roads, there lived a father and his son. The father was a hard-working man. He woke up before the sun. He opened his little shop every morning. And every evening he came home tired but happy. He was a calm and honest man. He believed that good work brings peace. But his son was very different. The boy had no interest in work. He woke up late every day. He walked around the streets with his friends. He sat near the tea stalls and watched other people work. He laughed, he talked, and he came home only when he felt hungry. Whenever his father said something, the boy gave the same answer. There is still plenty of time. He said it again and again, as if life would wait for him forever. At first, the father tried to help with gentle words. Then he tried to warn his son. Then, slowly, he became quiet. He had learned something painful. Advice can enter the ears, but wisdom enters only when the heart is ready. So he waited. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. And the father watched his son waste, one morning after another. This troubled him deeply. He was not afraid that his son was poor. He was afraid of something worse. He was afraid that his son did not understand the value of what he was losing. Because the boy was not losing money. He was losing time. And time does not come back. One evening, the sun was going down. A soft, warm light touched the walls of their small house. The father stood in front of an old wooden cupboard. He opened it carefully. Inside, there was a watch wrapped in soft cloth. The watch was old, but it still worked. Its hands moved slowly and quietly, and they never stopped. The father held it for a moment. Then he made a quiet plan. The next morning he called his son. The boy came slowly, still rubbing his eyes. The father placed the old watch in his hand. He said, "Take this watch to the market. Ask people what price they would give for it. Go to many people. Listen carefully. Then come back and tell me what you learned." The task sounded easy. So the boy put the watch in his pocket and walked to the market. The market was full of noise. Vegetable sellers called out their prices. Shopkeepers arranged their goods. Buses came and went and raised dust into the air. The boy took out the watch and showed it to different people. At the first shop, a cloth seller looked at it and turned it over in his hand. He said, 500 rupees, not 1 rupee more. A little further on, a grocery seller looked at it and said, maybe 800. It looks good enough. Near the end of the lane, a man selling steel pots looked at it and said, I would give 1,000, more or less. In the afternoon, the boy came home. His father asked him what he had learned. The boy said, everyone gave a different price. One said 500. Another said 800. Another said 1,000. No one agreed. That was all he had to say. The boy waited for his father to explain, but no explanation came. His father only nodded. The next day, the father called him again. He gave him the same watch. But this time he changed the question. He said, "Today, do not ask people the price of the watch. Instead, ask them the price of the time inside it." The boy stared at his father. He did not understand at first. The price of the time. He thought it was a very strange question. But his father only said, "Just go, ask, and come back." So the boy went again. At the first shop, he asked his strange question. The merchant laughed loudly. "The price of time? What kind of joke is this?" At the next shop, a woman waved her hand and told him to go home. She said he was wasting her time with silly questions. One man shook his head and said, "You cannot put a price on time. Now leave me alone." The boy felt his face turn hot. His steps became slower. For the first time in many months, he felt ashamed. He had never thought deeply about time before. Now he was walking through the same market, holding a question he did not understand. Everywhere he went, the answer was the same. People laughed. People were confused. People sent him away. He felt foolish and lonely. He was ready to give up and go home. But just before he turned back, he saw a tiny shop in the corner of the market. It was a watch repair shop. It was old and quiet. Hundreds of small clocks were ticking on the walls. Behind the counter sat an old man with silver hair and kind eyes. He was fixing a broken watch with slow and steady hands. The boy stepped inside. He asked his question one last time. "Please tell me, what is the price of the time inside this watch?" The old man stopped his work. He looked up slowly. He studied the face of the boy for a long moment. He did not laugh. He looked at the boy with understanding. Then he spoke in a calm voice. "The watch can have a price," he said. "One person may say 500. Another may say 1,000. But the time inside it has no price." The boy listened carefully. The old man continued. "Son, you have asked the most important question anyone can ask. And the answer is simple. There is no price for time. Not in money. Not in gold. Not in all the riches of the world. You can buy a watch, but you cannot buy the time it shows." Then the old man leaned closer. "If a rich man loses money, he can earn it again," he said. "If a farmer loses his crops, he can grow them again. If a shop burns down, it can be built again. But if 1 hour of your life passes, no one can buy it back. Not even 1 second. That is why time is the greatest treasure. It is free, and yet it is priceless." The shop was quiet. Only the soft ticking of the clocks filled the air. The old man smiled gently and said one more thing. "Time has one bad side and one good side. The bad side is that it never stops. It keeps moving whether you are ready or not. It does not wait for anyone. The good side is that you still choose what to do with it. Every person gets the same amount of time each day, he said. Rich or poor, young or old, everyone gets 24 hours. No more, no less. The difference between a person who succeeds and a person who fails is not luck. It is not always talent. It is how they choose to use those hours. One person builds a future. Another person throws the hours away. Each word fell into the heart of the boy like rain on dry ground. He stood very still. Something deep inside him began to move. No lecture had ever reached this place before. The words of the old man did not just enter his ears. They entered his heart. The boy lowered his eyes. He whispered, "I understand now." The old man handed the watch back to him. He said, "Then do not just understand, change." The boy rushed home. He told his father everything the old man had said, word for word. There was a fire in his eyes that his father had never seen before. When the boy finished, the father placed his hand gently on his shoulder. He did not need a long speech. The lesson had finally reached the place where words alone could never go. From that day on, the boy began to change. He woke up earlier. He helped his father at home and in the shop. He learned to work with care. He spent less time wandering and more time doing something useful. At first, the change was small. It was not easy, but he kept going. Little by little, the change became stronger. He discovered something beautiful. Honest work gave him pride. Quiet, disciplined hours gave him peace. He felt calm. He felt grateful. He felt proud of himself for the first time. Slowly, his life began to take shape. The town stayed the same. The streets were still narrow. The market was still noisy. The clock still moved at the same speed. But inside the boy, something had changed forever. He finally understood a simple truth. Life does not become meaningful by accident. It becomes meaningful when we respect the hours we are given. Now let me speak to you for a moment. Many people live just like that boy in the beginning. They keep saying, "I will start tomorrow." They keep saying, "I am still young." They keep saying, "There is plenty of time." But slowly, these small delays become habits. And these habits shape a weak and tired life. The danger is hard to see at first. That is what makes it so dangerous. Lost time does not shout. It disappears quietly. So, think about your own week for a moment. Think about how many hours you spent on things that gave you nothing. Nothing for your growth. Nothing for your peace. Nothing for your future. Think about how many times you said, "I will do it later." And then another day quietly slipped away. Maybe you have said some of these words yourself. "I should not waste my time. I need to change. I did not realize it before. I should have listened. I learned this the hard way." These are honest words. And honest words are the first step. The father in this story understood something deep. He could not push wisdom into his son with lectures. So he gave him an experience instead. He let the boy walk through the market. he let him feel the laughter and the confusion. And he let the boy find the answer on his own. That is how real change happens. Not through the words of other people, but through our own realization. So, here is what you can take from this story today. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop telling yourself there is still plenty of time. Start now. Start small. Wake up a little earlier. Spend one less hour on your phone. Open that book. Begin that project. Have that conversation you have been avoiding. Every hour you give to yourself today is building the person you will become tomorrow. You can replace almost everything in life, but you can never replace a single moment that has already passed. So respect your time. It is the most valuable thing you will ever own. Now, before we finish, let us look at 5 useful words from this story. I will explain them in simple English, and I will give you example sentences you can use in real life. The first word is waste. To waste something means to use it badly, or to use it for nothing. In this story, the boy used to waste his time. For example, you can say, I do not want to waste my money on things I do not need. You can also say, please do not waste food. The second word is realize. To realize something means to suddenly understand it clearly. In the story, the boy finally realized the value of time. For example, you can say, I did not realize how late it was. You can also say, she realized that she was wrong. The third word is priceless. When something is priceless, it is so valuable that money cannot buy it. The old man said that time is priceless. For example, you can say, the photos of my family are priceless to me. You can also say, a true friend is priceless. The fourth word is ashamed. When you feel ashamed, you feel bad or embarrassed about something you did. The boy felt ashamed when people laughed at him. For example, you can say, I felt ashamed when I forgot her name. You can also say, do not be ashamed to ask for help. The fifth word is grateful. When you feel grateful, you feel thankful for something good in your life. At the end, the boy felt grateful for each new day. For example, you can say, I am grateful for your kindness. You can also say, she felt grateful to have such a good teacher. So that is our story for today. A father, a son, and an old watch that could not be sold, but that taught a lesson money can never buy. Take a quiet moment now and think about your own time. Think about one thing you have been putting off that you can finally start today. Write your answer in the comments below, because I would love to read it. If this story touched your heart, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And keep learning English with me a little more every day. Remember, your time is your life. Spend it wisely.